Hello, how are you? Today I brought you a delicious recipe that you can use to replace bread at home. This recipe of mine is low in carbohydrates, so it's great if you're looking to lose weight, if you're on a low-carb diet, or if you want to control your blood sugar. It's very flavorful, delicious, and also very easy and quick to make. It also doesn't contain milk or dairy products, so if you know someone who is allergic to gluten or milk, share this recipe with them. Let's get started then. You're going to love it. Stay with me until the end because you won't want to miss it. If you love easy, quick, and healthy recipes, you're going to love this channel. So go ahead and subscribe. Remember to turn on the notification bell to get updates. I have new videos every day and you're going to love them. If you like recipes like this, low in carbohydrates and great for weight loss, leave a like and I'll make more videos like this. And if you enjoy low-carb recipes, tell me what you miss the most. More variety, sweet recipes, savory recipes, bread recipes, cake recipes. What kind of low-carb ideas would you like to see more of? Or not necessarily low-carb, other types of recipes too. Write your suggestions for me here in the comments, and I might use your idea to help you even more and bring more videos like this. So let's get started with our recipe. Just a reminder, the ingredients, quantities, and nutritional information, as always, will be down below in the description and in the first pinned comment. So, the first ingredient I have here is nut flour. You can use whichever you prefer. You can use almond flour or even ground raw peanuts, which have a very neutral flavor, very similar to almonds, and are much cheaper. So it ends up being a good option as well. To this nut flour here, I'm going to add the egg. Let me mix it in here. Remember that I have a video here on the channel, by the way, where I talk more about almond flour, peanut flour, and other types of low-carb flours. I'll leave the link down below in the description for you. I'm going to add the coconut oil here, which will be my fat of choice for this recipe. I also have a video here where I talk more about the benefits of coconut oil and discuss other types of oils for cooking as well, the best and worst oils for us to cook with. And I'll leave that down below in the description for you. Let's mix this all together well. Now I'm going to add a few things here for seasoning. This is optional, but you can add whatever you like, whatever you want. It really gives it a special flavor. If you don't want to add these seasonings, the recipe will still work just fine. So here I'm going to add a bit of garlic powder. If you prefer to use fresh grated or minced garlic, that also works really well. I'm going to add a bit of salt, a little black pepper, and some curry powder, which will give this recipe a really unique flavor. It'll be very well seasoned and truly delicious. So let's mix this all together. To help with the dough, to aid in its hydration, and also increase the fiber content, I'm going to add some grated zucchini here. You can use dark green or light green zucchini. It doesn't matter. Just use whichever one you prefer. And remember that zucchini is a fantastic vegetable because it has a high water content, lots of fiber, and is very low in carbohydrates. So it's also great for helping to regulate bowel movements, since some people on a low-carb diet end up getting very constipated, and zucchini will help with that. I'm going to mix everything well here. It's going to take a little while, and I'll be right back. Hold on. Look, I've already mixed our batter well here. And as I mentioned, the water naturally present in the zucchini helps make the batter softer too, making it easier to combine everything. Now I'm going to add the baking powder here, and I'll give this a quick mix just to incorporate it, because then I'll add the last ingredient to give the batter its consistency. Since this ingredient will dry out the batter a bit, I prefer to add the baking powder first to make sure it gets mixed in better. So now, to give our recipe the right consistency, I'm going to add a bit of coconut flour, which is that wonderful flour that really helps give texture to recipes. So I'm adding a spoonful here, and I'll see how the consistency turns out. It's always important to add coconut flour little by little, mix it in, and wait a bit because it absorbs a lot of liquid from recipes. So if you add too much at once, sometimes your dough gets too dry and you lose everything. So it's always better to add a little. See how it turns out, and add more if needed, rather than rushing and ruining everything. If you don't want to use coconut flour, or if you don't have it, you can use oat flour or oat bran. It will add a bit more carbohydrates. Oat bran has less carbs than oat flour, but it's an option if you don't have coconut flour and still want to make the recipe. I'm going to add just a little more coconut flour here now, so that's 2 tablespoons. Remember that the exact quantities are always listed below. And I'll show you the texture as well so you can replicate it at home. It's always nice to be able to copy and have an idea of how it should look before it goes into the oven. Let me just mix this well. Hold on. Look, so this is the consistency of the batter, just so you can replicate it at home. Now let's bake this recipe. I have my silicone baking pan here, and I greased it with a bit of coconut oil as well to make it easier to remove later. Let's put the batter in here, then I'll smooth it out to distribute it evenly, and bake it in the oven at 360 degrees Fahrenheit. When I come back, I'll tell you how long it took to bake and cut a piece for us to try. So hang on, I'll be right back. If you could smell this, you'd go crazy. It's so good. It spent half an hour in the oven. Now I'm going to cut a piece so we can see the texture, and then I'll taste it. Come here with me. I'm going to cut a piece of this pie now. Make it at home. Everyone will love it. Look at this. Look at the consistency inside. Make it. Everyone will love it. I'm going to cut another piece here. Let me turn it around so you can see it better. Remember, if you want, you can eat this recipe with one of my spreads, cheeses, or pâtés. I have a playlist of them here. I'll leave it down below in the description for you. Tell me what you would eat it with, plain or with something on top. I'd love to see your comment. Give the video a like because that also helps me out. And share it with someone who will like it, with someone who needs it. Let's spread this chain of kindness together. That's what I want here on the channel. And now I really want to try it. It's wonderful. The seasoning is amazing and the texture is really good. Because it's fluffy, a little moist, it's so good. Make it. You're going to love it. See you next time. Bye.